welcome to Mahogany Goddess Tarot. I'll be tapping into your energy to get overall feel for your love readings for March. So that being said, let's get it started. Spirit guides, ancestors, and angels, clear messages for Aquarius. Placements for Aquarius. Okay, so we got the Emperor for Aquarius. So this could be with regard to a job or just you standing in your power. Okay, so there's someone that wants to share how they feel with you. However, you know the truth about this situation. There's a lot of toxic behavior in the past. And now you are just keeping your eyes on the prize. You're shining, you look good, you're feeling good. You know what you want versus what you don't want, and what you're willing to accept versus what you aren't willing to accept. So right at this point in time, you're this is the point in the relationship where you're determining the negotiables versus the non-negotiables. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is someone that is definitely passionate about you, very inspired, or just strong feelings. And it's basically someone that's very passionate. So anyway, we're going to clarify to see what this love offer is about, what the Emperor represents in your reading. And, you know, once we clarify, we'll see exactly what's going on. So spirit guides, ancestors, angels, please let me clarify this Emperor energy for Aquarius. So this is a time of new cycles. You left a situation after figuring out some sort of truth, Queen of Swords, and now you're just trying to figure out how you want to proceed with or without this person, because there was a lot of toxic energy. The Devil card. So in the past, you were holding on to conflict, you or your person, and was basically isolating yourself from this person. And you had to make a decision. Seven of Cups for Aquarius. Why is Seven of Cups here for Aquarius, Spirit? Aquarius and their person. So you had to make a decision on your own wish fulfillment and what truly makes you happy. And once you did that, you, so to speak, kept your eyes on the prize and had tunnel vision to get in there, whether that was with your person or without your person. For Cubs, at that time, you were not interested in moving forward in the relationship because there was some truth that was brought to light. And you kind of held on to that resentment and isolated yourself from this person, and focused on your finances, and basically was turning down anything that didn't serve you. Why is Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, you felt like you were not going to just put on an image or portray an image to outsiders just to be recognized. You stood in your power and stood up for what you believed on in the face of adversity. So with regard to the conflict, you deaded that shit. Death card clarified the Five of Wands, and you're headed to calmer water. So you may have separated yourself from this person and basically stood your ground. So now we are going to see, how does Aquarius person feel about this change? Okay, so you're basically reestablishing your boundaries. You're realizing that with or without a person, I have boundaries, and there's some non-negotiables. Whether I'm going to be with you or without you, these are my non-negotiables. This is my bottom line, right? So let's see how that was received by Aquarius person. How does Aquarius's love interest feel about them, Spirit, and this new world order that Aquarius is? Power. So for Aquarius person, Spirit, how do they feel about the Aquarius? Oh, okay. So this person is really feeling it. Like when you separated yourself from them or isolated yourself from them, this person basically had a meltdown. Like at that point, they realized that this wasn't a game. That, you know, let's see, King of Cups in reverse. That gave the person clarity. So when you said, I'm over, it's done, handle your business, and then you just started focusing on yourself and bettering yourself, that person, that gave them a wake-up call. You know, because this person was out here being Knight of Wands, and then just very unstable, in and out, just no fluency in their life. So when you left, that was this person's wake-up call to say, okay, I'm in this alone. I'm going to lose my person, right? So devil in the reverse, you let go of all the toxic stuff, or this person, this is their energy. So they let go of all the toxic behavior because it was causing depression. You leaving, Eight of Cups, caused this person to face reality. Eight of Cups. So they weren't listening to their intuition and were just, you know, being very arrogant and stubborn. So what actions does this person plan on taking with Aquarius? Okay. Whoa. Okay. So, so 10 of Pentacles came out. So this person sees you as their security, a firm foundation, someone that they want to have a future with. And 7 of Wands came out in reverse. So this person was feeling pressure from outside influences with regard to their approach on this relationship. And you or someone else, we're going to definitely clarify who this energy is. If I can find that card. It's over for that card. So, Spirit guides. Why is 7 of Wands in reverse for Aquarius person? So this person realized that their actions was drawing attention to you guys, and not in a good way. So they have clarity now, or they gain clarity when you shut them down. Queen of Wands in reverse. When you shut them down and let them know you stood in your power, and you let them know with or without you, the show must go on. That made this person love you even more. So that's how you took the lead. And bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. So you took the lead. You stood in your power. You're like, we had this conversation before. And I know that after a few weeks, this person may have got comfortable or just said, you know, we had the conversation, good. We can move forward. But then they were repeating the same things that you were discussing. So at that point, you stood in your power. You stood firm in your foundation and said, you know, I wasn't just talking for my health. Like, if you don't take these changes, this is the end result. And so that was this person's wake-up call, so to speak. So moving forward, what's the expected outcome for Aquarius and their lover? You stood in your power, reinforced boundaries, and your non-negotiables. And let's see, balance. You are restoring the balance in this connection. Things were once imbalanced. So now things are starting to, the dust is starting to settle. And you realize you're starting to feel good about yourself again. You feel good when you can help others. But you're being a service not only to yourself, but to others. And you have a purpose. You know what your purpose is. So you're aware that when you're happy, that means you're on the right path. So I think your person is releasing their fears, you know, and learning that worrying about an outcome won't change things, you know, and that in order to have peace, they have to release the negative outlook on life, you know, for the health and betterment of all. Last 3 cards: relationships, denial, and doubt. So there was a lot of conflict between you and your person. So you were trying to strike a balance by being a service to them. How can I help? What do you need from me to help you to get to where you're going? Okay, because I have a purpose. I know what I'm here to do. And so you started paying attention to your feelings and how they fluctuated. And you realized that when I'm happy, that means I'm on the right path. But when I'm not, when I'm discontent, that means something needs to change. And so you're at peace with knowing that relationships are here to teach you something. But you're no longer going to be in denial that if things aren't working, no, I'm not going to dumb myself down. No, I'm not going to act like everything's okay and resent you later. We are going to address this situation and to resolve it. We're not going to address it just to go back and forth and not talk one another. You're releasing the need to know all the answers. You're rolling with the punches. And so With that being said, let's get some angel answers. So with regard to balance with Aquarius, you have to trust the process. You have to trust the process that equal give and take, and speaking up and hearing your person out is going to bring the outcome that you need. Service, being of service. Okay, so once you learn to give rather than receive, that's what you're learning through helping others. You're improving your own health. That good karma come right back to you. Purpose. So you have your purpose and you know what you're here to do, but you're at a moment where you're reconsidering what that purpose is. Happiness. You are aware that having the right people around you contributes to your happiness and well-being. Worry. Why is worry here for Aquarius? Okay. So you're taking action. Instead of worrying about it, you are calling to action and really standing firm in what you learned and, taking action. Peace. Situation will improve, okay? And there will be a peaceful resolution. So basically what you're doing is you're taking the lead, and your person, may have had a rough patch, may have lost their job, or just everyone has bad days that can turn into weeks and months if they're not addressed, So you are that peaceful resolution. You are the sanity. You're taking control of the relationship at this point until your partner gain some more leverage and gets back on their feet. And that's what relationships are about. Health. So a year from now, you will see positive improvements for the betterment of all in that clarified health. So you have to make healthy choices, healthy decisions, and only then will you be able to, the seeds that you plant you'll start to see them harvest. Relationships. Oh, that came out fast for relationships. There is no need to worry, okay? Look for a sign. There's no need to worry in your relationships. As long as you're keeping it real with yourself. Denial. Okay? And being assertive. Okay? Came out with saying no to things that don't serve you. Lace it out. Then that's how you know that you're on the right path, okay? So without a doubt, when you release the need to know all the answers and you start asking others for help, at that point, everyone feels that their opinions are valued, and then you guys are able to work together in the face of adversity or just learning and teaching one another. It's a constant effort. So let's close out this reading, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels for Aquarius. That's too many. What messages does Aquarius need with their person? Depth. Okay? As new people show up in your life, you are allowing them to be themselves. Because the depth of a person's character lets you know whether or not they're worth investing your time and energy. So, anything else? For Aquarius, wisdom. With every relationship, you gain valuable wisdom. So continue to learn what qualities stimulate, support, and inspire you. And pass it on to your partner. It's just not for you to have that information and to apply it to your life, but you need to share that with your partner. Okay? So that you both know. One more card, spirit guides, for love, for Aquarius. Okay, 2 came out. Honesty. This is a wonderful time for complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but only then, by keeping it real with others, you're keeping it real with yourself. And you're giving other people, you're inspiring other people to be honest. Okay? Your person even. And that's reliability. When you do something, whatever it is, you take it seriously. You expect the same in return. And so you're realizing too that this is something that we're going to constantly have to reiterate throughout a relationship. And it's not an argument. It's just that to keep the relationship, the foundation is strong, you got to make sure you're on the same page. You have to have regular conversations about this. This isn't one thing that you have one conversation about and expect everything to just magically. No, you need to have those, engage with your partner. Okay? So until next time, that's your reading. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.